Hey guys, welcome to Kaiju Cinema, a new channel where I'm just going to post a lot of Godzilla stuff, but let's get down to it. This is my first video, my first review. I'm going to review one of the most popular Godzilla figures of all time, the NECA 2014 Godzilla, because everybody loves this guy, well, most people. So yeah, let's get down to it. Alright, I think we should get started with Sculpt. So, Sculpt is actually very impressive. You can definitely see they put a lot of work into this. Well, I guess you could say that they didn't do because they took the 3D model. That's why it looks good. Sculpt is absolutely fantastic. The gills, I feel like all the details in the edges and the neck, torso. The head especially looks perfect, unlike the 6 monsters, which, spoiler alert, it's not. It's not that great. So down the neck, yeah, like the mini spikes. It's kind of NECA takes it a very amphibious look, which is kind of how, well, that's how the movie was. It looked a bit amphibious. So you have the toes that are absolutely perfect, like the elephant toes. The leg is perfect. You can just feel every little detail. The spikes, completely accurate. Especially down here. They're very accurate, very sharp too. So when you're putting on this section of the tail, be careful because you could either break or you could just, I don't know, it doesn't really hurt, but it's still pokes. So yeah, it's just really nice sculpt, and it's completely accurate. The insides of the body, see, everything's just good, and they even sculpted inside of the mouth. As you can probably see, angle of the lamp. Yeah, they did sculpt in the mouth and the tongue, which shows a lot of work went down into this guy. So yeah, that's sculpt. Now, paint. So with paint, there are many different variants of this NECA 6-inch or 12-inch head to tail Godzilla figure. There's the blue variant, there's the black variant, and then there's the green variant. I got the green variant. I personally like the green variant because it goes with the amphibious look, and it definitely brings out a little bit better lighting, in my opinion. So what they did is, the normal figure was just black, and they wanted to add a lot of variety. It was just black except for the chest, of course, which is brown, because that's Godzilla, and you have the yellow eyes, red mouth, with all the mouth, and pinkish mouth, and white teeth. So yeah, I might as well go over the rest of the paint job. So yeah, it's pretty brown on the other side. The rest is just charcoal black. But what they did with mine, or somebody with the blue one, is they took either green or blue paint, and basically just washed green or blue paint over it. I think they just would, I don't know exactly how that works. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to say anything wrong. But so yeah, paint job's absolutely fantastic. Alright, now for the bugger. That's good with this figure. Articulation. So you have the mouth that opens this far. I think it could open more so you can get the real dynamic voice that you get in the movie, but still works just fine and still looks accurate, which unlike a 6 monsters. But gosh, I'm getting sick right now, so but I'm fine. So yeah, you got the head, ball joint right here. You go up, down, to the side, and roll. You have the neck, which can go down, up a little bit, and to the sides a little bit, and turn it quite a bit too. Oh, I forgot the head. Yeah, how you turn it, you can turn it as well. Well, let's go to the chest. The torso can move that way and that way. It can move down, up. Well, if you want to call it that, because technically that would be down, but technically that would be down too. But I'll just call this up and this down. So, yeah. And so it's pretty good for their next first Godzilla figure. So yeah, what's this? Alright, back on track. My camera glitched out, so I had to cut out that part, the next part, but let's just redo that. So the shoulder is also, the chest is on a ball joint, this on a ball joint, if I didn't mention. So then you have the shoulder on a ball joint. It can go out, in, and like that. It can roll around, so. It can move 360, like that. There's the elbow, also on a ball joint, but you can't move it that way. You can't really bend it that way either, for some reason. But I think it's on a, no, it's on a hinge right there, not a ball joint. And then you have the hand on a ball joint. A lot of ball joints, the hand doesn't do much, but whatever. Oh gosh. Oh, things are falling over. So, yeah, let's get to the leg. So, this leg is on a ball joint, very good ball joint. So it can move in all that way so you can stretch out the leg. It can move that way out. Of course, it does look kind of ugly, but they did try to hide it with a little detail on the inside, and it's pretty good. They gave the legs a good stance in their normal mode, which is very handy. So yeah, it can move 360. That's as far as you can make it go 360. So, then you have the knee, which bends the minimalist. Look at that, it bends so minimal, but you can twist it, which is nice, at least. I mean, they tried. I guess this is kind of a hard figure to do knee articulation on, unless you do a double ball joint like SH Monsters. And if you saw the earlier part of this review, well, I'm not knocking SH Monsters. I'm just saying that the SH Monster 2014 Godzilla didn't have the most accurate head sculpt. The rest is very good, especially the articulation. But yeah, so then you have a ball joint on the foot, so you can point it down, and then you can just go standard. You can twist it back and forth. You can go about that far, and then you have to bend it down to continue it. And you can, go right. That's about it for the foot, I think. Then you have a ball joint on the tail. You can't really move it side to side, but you can swivel it. And you have, oh gosh, things are falling over. So, then you have ball joint here. It can neither go side to side very much either, which is a disappointment. Then you have this one, which is an interesting joint. You can move side to side like the other one, kind of move it around. But this one you can actually bend if you break it in. Like, I couldn't do this before, but I kind of broke it in. And you can do that. You can kind of get some tail swinging action, not much. And you have the final piece. That is the bugger to put on. Trust me, it was like a year ago, but I still remember trying to push this baby in. That's a pain. But, that's it. You can put it side to side, up and down. And, but the interesting thing about this is it's a bendy wire. Look at that. There's a bendy wire in here that you can adjust. So you can basically do whatever with this. However, I do not like the bendy wires, because I've had experience with stuff that breaks and use that too much. So, just caution stop motion users. I know it's tempting, but don't use it all the time. Use it when it's important, and make sure you don't screw up. So yeah, that's articulation. For sizing, he stands at a maximum 6.5 inches tall. From my angle, it looks almost 6.5 inches. Let me bendy this. Yep, 5.5 inches or 6.5 inches. He's about exactly 12 inches. Just awesome. Well, 12 inches long, not tall, just so you know. Now let's do size comparisons. Alright, first one I wanted to compare with is an SH Monsters thing that most of you probably have. Well, if you're an SH Monsters collector, I'm not saying all you have. I'm just saying, if you do collect SH Monsters, you probably have this. The SH Monster, it's 1995 Rebirth Godzilla. So at his max height, and he's about a little bit taller. Not really accurate because this leg is supposed to be really big, but still, they're good sizing. You can make it work for evenly matched, like Japanese Godzilla versus American Godzilla. Pretty cool. So, moving on. Another figure you'll probably also have, NECA. The NECA 1994 Godzilla, and at his maximum height, he's about an inch taller, I would almost say, than, yep, about an inch taller. So, yeah, I guess you can still make it work. You can still lower him, so you can still have a Japanese versus American Godzilla. It'd probably be better if it was like this, but yeah, whatever. And one more. I thought I'd do an SH Monster. It's a NECA. And then how about a Bandai creation? Bandai creation King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah looks quite a bit bigger, which is actually a good thing because King Ghidorah needs to look menacing and slightly bigger. I think King Ghidorah would be more effective about this height to him. So Godzilla would be about here. So honestly, I think it would be cool if King Ghidorah is like there, so this guy's smaller, but that's not his fault. Honestly, he should be bigger, and this guy should be bigger. Well, what I meant is this guy big enough to match with the previous two, and King Ghidorah just a lot bigger. So yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And how about you hit that like button? Let's see if we can get 5 likes here. Just asking. So yeah, I highly recommend this figure. I give it an 8 out of 10. It's very accurate, very good. I find some room for more range and articulation, but like tail, that's the only deal breaker. If it wasn't for the tail, it would be 9.5. The tail has articulation, but it doesn't really do much. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe.